Forgive me, Todd Howard. For this one time, I must go all out.
Really, nigga?
Alright, YouTube, we are back with some more drama. FreakEasy finally responded after like 5 goddamn days. I didn't know if he was going to be honest. I was pretty surprised when I woke up today, as I'm recording this, which is what, the 31st, Halloween. Very spooky to do some drama today. Somebody had actually linked me to the video this morning, so I was pretty surprised that he did respond, because I just did not know if he's going to, and it didn't matter if he did or not. Despite what people believe, or want to believe, this isn't about views and clickbait and all this shit, because if I was trying to get more views out of this, wouldn't I be going after somebody much bigger than FreakEasy? And I'm not trying to say he's a small channel like we did with Skolzy, and Skolzy got all triggered, if you guys remember that. But what I'm saying is, if I was trying to get views out of this, I'd probably be trying to target bigger channels out there who would hopefully then respond to me, right? And then I'd get more traction on my channel because they have a bigger audience. If this was about views, that's what we'd be doing here. It has nothing to do with views. So as it stands right now, as I'm recording this part of the video, I haven't watched the entire video yet. I've watched about 2 minutes of it. Somebody linked me to the video. I clicked on it. I was scrolling through the comments as the video was playing. I looked up and realized that it's a 50 goddamn minute video. And I can tell you, within the first 2 minutes or so of this video, there's already a handful of L's in his corner, some big, some small, simple stuff like him saying my video on him was 3 days ago when actually it was like 6 days ago. And my Skolzy video, the one where I responded to Skolzy, was a year ago when it was like half a year ago. And look, I completely acknowledge that these are small, minor things, but my thing is, I'm not sure if he got these wrong in his video, or if maybe he started recording the video a couple days ago. My video was 3 days old at that point, but then how do you get the Skolzy thing wrong when in my video I showed that it's a 6-month-old video? I even say that it was a half a year ago. And my whole thing is, we're at the start of this video. We've barely gotten into it, and if you can't get these minor, basic facts right, how can you really formulate any good thought or opinion? Like, it's already not looking good for him. He also points out that I zoom in on the word drama when I show the Skolzy video, which I think is an absolutely stupid point to make. Like, he's trying to say that I say I'm not a drama channel, but here I am zooming in on the word drama specifically when it's just a hashtag on that video, and I'm just doing a panning zoom in shot on the title of the Skolzy video just for some sort of added effect. He's looking way too much into it.
Although he may not be a drama channel, he seems to take great pride in making drama videos because within the first 13 seconds of his video, he is boasting about a drama video he made a year ago while literally zooming in on the word drama.
It's been almost exactly half a year to the day that I bodied the old Skolster. So I'm not entirely sure what his point's trying to be right there. Like, I guess he's trying to spin the narrative that I say I'm not a drama channel, but here's a clip of me zooming in on the word drama specifically, even circles it for everybody, which I thought was stupid. If we could jump back really quickly to the title and the thumbnail, I don't know why the guy thinks I hate him. I don't even know him. I can't formulate an opinion on him. I don't like him, but I don't hate him either. We've never even really exchanged words outside of the comments of each other's videos or whatever. I do disagree with a lot of his content because I think that you shouldn't be blindly following Bethesda like he does, which I've heard he's, you know, in this video talks about how he's criticized Bethesda in the past or something like that. But the point is, the recent content is how good private servers and Fallout First is. And then also the title itself that says, this Fallout 76 drama YouTuber hates me. I don't know if he's like ironically calling me a drama YouTuber or not. I don't know exactly if he's trying to say that I am a drama YouTuber. And the fact that he calls me a Fallout 76 YouTuber, which I'm obviously not. I've done a lot of Fallout 76 content recently, did a lot of it last year, but I've never been a dedicated Fallout 76 channel, right? We're a Fallout channel here. We talk about Fallout 3, 4, New Vegas, 76 whenever I have talked about it. He even says in this video that we are breaking down that I'm not a drama channel, I mostly produce content on Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Just in the first 13 seconds of the video, he says that he is not a drama channel, and he only has a handful of drama videos on his channel, which is true. If you go look at his videos, he mainly produces Final Fantasy VII content.
So again, another small one, but again, another L. He calls me a Fallout 76 YouTuber in the title of his video, but even in that video itself says that I mainly produce content on Final Fantasy VII. Also, if we can hop back to the screen cap he showed of my recent video history, you can see that he's actually watched a lot of my content. Now, I don't know if this pertains to the video itself. Maybe he was doing research on me to try to figure some stuff out to talk about me. But he's watched 11 of the 18 videos that you see on screen, which tells me that he's probably subscribed to me. But as you see from the beginning of his video, he no longer is. And look, I'll be completely transparent on my end. I'll show you my watch history with the guy. I am still subscribed to him, even though he's unsubscribed to me. Again, it's not a personal attack on the guy. I was critiquing his content and disagreeing with his content. Don't hate the guy. Notifications turned off. That's YouTube, not me. It's not some petty thing I did. If we look at the first 3 rows, you can see that I've watched, I think, 8 of the last 15 videos. But these are mostly the videos that we talked about for the most part. There's some that I didn't talk about in my video on him, but still, private servers, are they good? Patch 14, whether or not the premium membership's good. Fallout First is really amazing. Everyone's wrong about Fallout First. Like, this is the stuff we pretty much talked about in our video. And we'll also do a quick scroll of his content so I can show you. Once we get past this, there's random videos here and there that I have watched throughout the months or whatever, like this one right here. Another Todd Howard one. Where is that? We watched this one too and this one. This Todd Howard video right there. And then once you get past this, like I haven't watched a FreakEasy video in a very long time. So far, in fact, at least unless I missed one or two, so far back that is before he even started doing the rainbow outline to his damn thumbnails. Look where we're at back here. You don't see that I've watched any of these. One of my critiques of his content was that he never really seems to interact with his community. Like, he uploads a video, but you never see him, like, replying to any of the comments. Maybe he does sometimes, but I didn't check every single video, obviously. And you never see him, like, hearting any of the comments. And if you go to the comment section of the video he made on me, he's hearted pretty much every comment that agreed with him. Really quickly, we're going to do a quick scan of the comments so you can see all the likes and the hearts that he's given to all these comments, which to me is a major L. This is something I criticized him for in my video, and he took that criticism into account and changed what he is doing. This is like if somebody came to me and said, you know what, David, I don't like your outro, and then I changed my outro. I took your criticism into account, and I changed what I do accordingly, right? He took some criticism I gave him and changed what he does accordingly. So even though he's trying to make this 50-minute video about me, about probably how I'm wrong or something like that, he definitely took my feedback.
What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter? The letter of the day is L.
So here we are, we're at about 6.5 minutes into this video. We've only looked at a couple minutes of his, looked at the title, the thumbnail, and the comment section of that video, and we've already turned it into a 6-minute video. Like, this is the level we're dealing with here. I honestly feel kind of bad. I feel like I'm punching down. Like, if I'm able to draw this many mistakes and failures this quick, this early, and we haven't even got into the meat of the video, I don't even know if this is worth making. So I'm going to try to make this video as short as I can and get it out as soon as I can. But obviously, we're going to have to set aside a lot of time to break down a 50-minute video and reply to a lot of the stuff that we want to reply to. So I don't plan on replying to every little thing. Otherwise, this video would be longer than it needs to be. But we're going to reply to what we need to. So I'm not exactly sure when this video is going to be uploaded, but it should be within a day or two after his. Either way, let's get into it.
I have been extremely busy. I have been playing games as soon as I wake up until I go to bed, you know.
So moving past what we've already discussed near the beginning of the video, he goes on to talk about how I say he's never said anything bad about Fallout 76 or Bethesda, but then goes on to show the example I give in the video where he actually talks about the game performing badly.
He provides a small video clip of me saying that Fallout 76 runs roughly.
So I want to play those parts for you really quickly because I wanted you to hear from his own mouth that Fallout 76 performs badly.
So which one is it, Dashing David? Have you heard me criticize this game before or not? Because it can't be both.
The thing with this part is that it's not you talking down about the game. It's not your harsh criticism of Fallout 76. It's not your hot take. What you're talking about here is the game performing badly. This has been a known fact for a year now. Since the stress test, since the beta, since launch, and since now with all the subsequent updates, the game still performs shitty from your own mouth. And the point of me playing that little clip of you saying that was because you're trying to justify in that video that private servers are worth buying, and how can they be worth buying and paying for when the game still performs shitty. You can't in the same video say that the performance of Fallout 76 is rough, but also justify spending $13 a month on it. He then gets to the part of the video where I criticize him for thinking that private worlds costing money is justified, and then he says that I cut him off for some reason.
And the funny thing is, when I try to explain that in Dashing David's video, he just cuts me off. Now let's answer the question, are paid private worlds a good thing? And in my opinion, yes, they are, and let me explain.
No, don't like that.
Now, we're going to play the rest of that video clip in a second, but as you could see, before I even got to my talking point, he put a funny little meme in there, cutting me off.
I'm not really sure what the point of this is, right? Like, he says that I cut him off, but it's not like he never got to say his side. I didn't cut him off in the middle of a sentence or some shit. He says he wants to explain why private servers are worth paying for, or why he believes it's justified. I put a little cutaway in of Michael from the office saying, no, don't like that, because we all know that the private servers aren't worth paying for, and then he continues talking. I don't understand this.
Opinion, yes, they are, and let me explain.
No, don't like that.
I understand that some people are upset, and in my opinion, yes, they are, and let me explain. I understand that some people are upset.
So again, not entirely sure what the point of that was, unless he's trying to spin the narrative that I'm the type of content creator that cuts people off before they can get to their really good, hard-hitting points, but as you can see, nothing was left out.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
So I guess his justification for them charging us for private worlds is the possibility that you're buying a dedicated server, but
He pretty much takes my entire argument.
Hold on a second, did you actually just cut me off, though, in the middle of a sentence after just accusing me of cutting you off? The possibility that you're buying a dedicated server, but
He pretty much takes my...
Yes.
So yeah, he absolutely cuts me off before I can even make my point, my counter to what he's saying. His justification, more or less, is that you're possibly getting a dedicated server when you sign up for these private worlds, and then there's my response, which I'll play for you in its entirety. It's just under 40 seconds.
That could be considered a rational thought.
So I guess his justification for them charging us for private worlds is the possibility that you're buying a dedicated server, but there's no evidence of that. They refer to it as a private server on the Bethesda.net article, but in-game it is called a private world, which to me indicates that it's just like a private lobby, like pretty much every other multiplayer game offers, for absolutely free. But even if what they are selling to you is a dedicated server, that's not what people asked for. People wanted private worlds where they could play by themselves, essentially a single-player Fallout, or with a small group of friends where there's no other players. That's what people have been asking for since before this game's launch, a feature that should absolutely be free. I realize I'm trying to make this video as short as I can, but I like to give full context in my videos, and I have no idea if he comes back to this part of the video and lets me say everything that I say there. We're just kind of working our way through the video as it goes. And he's kind of all over the place because this part's like kind of, in the middle of the video or whatever. And he's about to hop back to near the beginning of the video where I take a shot at him for his name and channel banner. He then mentions how I said in my video that I'm not personally attacking the guy, just critiquing his content, and plays a bunch of clips that he claims are me personally attacking him.
He wants to criticize my content, but throughout this video, he personally insults me quite frequently.
Never talked about that might possibly be the biggest bugfestard, if we can bring that word back. We're here to talk about FreakEasy or FreakEasy Gaming. I'm not entirely sure which one he wants to go by, or I'm not even sure if he knows. To me, that's a sign of a lazy content creator. Like personal critique of his content and his channel. This isn't even the bugfestard stuff, but I just wanted to talk about it for a paid membership for a game that is unfinished. Are you stupid? No matter what Bethesda does, this will always be his mindset. He will defend them to the death. It doesn't matter what they do. They could kill his family in front of him, and he'd be like, you know what? They probably deserved it. So other than me calling him stupid, and I guess maybe him taking Bugfestard as a personal insult, I don't know how those are personal attacks. For one, I don't even know how me showing his channel name being FreakEasy and his channel banner saying FreakEasy Gaming is a personal insult. I was making a little joke because they don't match. Me calling you a lazy content creator is not a personal insult. That's me critiquing your content because you do a lot of your videos in one take. There's a lot of pauses, ums, and uhs, and you stuttering over words instead of you just retaking the narration, the commentary. That's lazy. And I don't even know how the last part's an insult. He then, for whatever reason, shows, I believe, every single comment I've ever left on his channel. I don't know why he does this. He claims that I said I've only commented a few times on his videos, so I guess he wanted to show every single comment as like, oh, this guy's commented a lot. He's wrong, or something. I don't even know the guy personally. We probably exchange words here and there in the comment section of each other's videos. I don't even know if he's commented on my videos, actually, but I'm pretty sure I commented on some of his. So we're not going to look at the montage of my comments because it's a minute long or so of just complete silence with a bunch of comments rolling in the background, which again is a sign of a lazy content creator. Somebody else would have probably added at least some music or something. He also shows comments from videos that were uploaded to his channel after I had done my FreakEasy video, which seems entirely pointless to me. But also the entire segment is pointless. I don't even know what he's trying to do with it. But we are absolutely going to look at one of these comments that he highlights, and it's the very last one.
The first comment he ever posted was this one here, on my video where I talked about Bethesda letting a boy fulfill his dying wish of getting to play Fallout 76 early. While everyone in the comments is giving these nice, sincere comments, Dashing David comes along and says, "Pretty sure he's terminal, but anything's possible, I suppose." My God, what a horrible thing to say. But he says a few horrible things throughout this video, so I would expect nothing less from him.
So I am genuinely confused as to what is offensive or horrible about this comment. The guy says he hopes the kid survives and doesn't just play a few hours, to which I respond that I'm pretty sure he's terminal. Because as you said in this video itself, the video we're looking at right now, he was fulfilling his dying wish.
Bethesda letting a boy fulfill his dying wish, a boy fulfill his dying wish.
I don't think FreakEasy knows how words work, man. I actually, again, feel bad for making this video. I feel like I'm picking on somebody who's not all there. He also goes on to say that I've been keeping an eye on his channel for the past year, which I find to be actually kind of hilarious since earlier I scrolled through his video log to show you guys that I haven't watched any of his videos in a long time.
Let's continue with the video. He then goes on to talk about how he has been keeping an eye on me for over a year, and then criticizes my reading skills.
I swear to you guys, that part was not scripted, because as I said, we're just going through the video in order together. It just happened to work out perfectly. This next part is pretty damn hilarious. He talks about how I criticize him for not reshooting his videos, having a hard time reading, stumbling over his words, and then plays my outro from my video about him.
He says because I stumble over my words and I don't reshoot my video, that makes me a lazy content creator. And literally, at the end of his own video, at the end of this video, he does this.
Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to stay with more fucking content, I guess. I don't even know what I was going to say there.
Why didn't you reshoot your video, Dashing David? Are you a lazy content creator?
Here's the thing about that. There's a difference between me improvising something for my outro and you struggling to read words that are on your screen in front of your face. Anybody that watches my content knows I say something different at the end, where I say subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to stay up to date with more blank content. Fallout 1st drama, Fallout 76 content, Final Fantasy VII Remake content. I say something different at the end of all of my outros. I don't predetermine my outros. Like, we just roll through the video, and once we get there, I just say something different. It's usually off the top of the head. Didn't know what to say there, so I said fucking content. And it's funny. It's called comedy. You know nothing about it because you're very monotone when you do your videos. You're not entertaining. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to stay up to date with more fucking content, I guess. I don't even know what I was going to say there.
Coded.
He then goes on to show us for 30 or 40 seconds that, hey guys, I can do the reading really good, and we just don't give a shit.
In just a second, he is going to say that my content is lazy, and that I should be embarrassed by it. He says that all I do is read an article and do some simple commentary over some gameplay.
And here we are again, FreakEasy not understanding how words work. Okay, this entire segment right here that he does, which we're not going to watch the whole thing because we're trying to make the video as quick as we can. He tries to say that I'm saying his content is lazy because all he does is throw commentary over some gameplay and read an article. Why would I criticize him for that when I do the exact same thing? The reason I'm saying he's lazy is because he does his videos in one take, right? So he sees there's an article to talk about, gets some gameplay, records everything in one take, and just uploads the video instead of taking the time to edit it and do multiple takes to where there's no stutters and pauses and ums and not be able to read, very easy words. To me, that's a sign of a lazy content creator. Let's just throw in the microphone, throw some gameplay in the background, and just read this article really quickly so we can get some content out there. This is just a personal critique of his content and his channel. This isn't even the bug festard stuff, but I just wanted to talk about it because it's so odd to me. Like, why would you not want to have, decent quality content? Like, it's embarrassing to leave things like this in your video. And as I mentioned previously, this is how his content's been since I started watching it back in 2018. The awkward pauses, the ums, and stumbling over words. Just re-record it. He then talks about a segment of the video where I make fun of one of the titles of his videos where he has too many words in it, grammatical error, and I thought he was going to hit me back with the same thing because it's entirely possible. Had him in the past, I catch him, fix it, or somebody comments on my video so that I can fix it, but he doesn't. He just admits fault and says that he's a human and makes mistakes, which was kind of boring. But the grammatical error title wasn't a thing by itself. It was also combined with the fact that he doesn't read the comments of his videos because somebody commented on that video about the error and he never fixed the title. So I assumed he did not read the comments of his videos, to which he actually admits to.
As for saying I don't read my comments, well, you are right. Over the last few days, I have not been reading them because it's just constantly personal attack after personal attack.
And if you guys are keeping track, that would indeed be another L. Is anybody keeping track of these? We had the heart in the comments thing earlier, which he started doing after my video. And then in my video about him, I mentioned that he doesn't interact with his audience, doesn't really read his comments, and he admits to it. And here we are about 16.5 minutes into his video, and we hit a point that I knew we were going to hit eventually, somewhere in this 50-minute slog of a video. Channel size.
Now, if my videos are so lazy, embarrassing, and just all around bad, how come I have almost as many views as you do and more subscribers than you do?
We talked about this with the Skolzy video. Anytime you critique a channel that is bigger than you in terms of the sub count, it's absolutely a point they're going to hit at some time within their video. The very simple fact is the sub count number is arbitrary because you can get 1 million views and have 100 subscribers. Here's the thing though, you have over 1,000 more subscribers than I do and our total channel views are roughly the same. Big difference, however, is that you have 300 more goddamn videos on your channel. I upload daily to every other day content, usually, which means you'd have to not upload for pretty much an entire year before I could even catch up to the amount of videos you have available. By then, our view count would be drastically different. Subs, who knows, and who cares. And since we're talking numbers, we did this in the Skolzy video, we're going to do it here. I have a video that's pushing towards 800,000 views, which will eventually be 1 million views, and your biggest videos in the 100-something thousand range. You'll never see this. This will never happen to your channel. I actually have multiple videos that are higher than your highest video's view count. Also, your channel started in 2012, mine was started in 2014. Your oldest video, however, is from 2014, but I don't know if you have privated videos for 2 years before then. I have no idea. And to end this dick measuring contest off, it's very easy to gain subs when you're talking about a game that nobody talks about positively anymore, right? You're filling that void for the people that still play Fallout 76. It then goes on to talk about how I'm trying to say that he's not allowed to have his opinion on his channel and create the content that he wants to because it's not the popular opinion, which is not the case. All I said was that we don't need to talk about how paid private servers are a good thing because the majority of the community, both Bethesda and the gaming community, are in agreement that paid private servers are a bad thing. So my dudes, we caught a lucky break and we're able to skip ahead about 10 minutes or so because he slogs on about the same thing for a very, very long time. And then I start to understand how the video is 50 minutes long. And as this 10 minutes going on, I want to put a screwdriver through my fucking temple. But eventually reaches something that we can talk about, this whole contradiction spiel about how I say that if a content creator contradicts themselves, they're no longer reliable. And then he brings up the you never criticize, but here's a clip of me criticizing the game. But we already talked about that, so we're not going to go with that again.
He also says that I'm an unreliable content creator because I'm contradicting my statements. Now, keep in mind that in his own words, I am an unreliable content creator because apparently in this video, I contradict myself. So, by his very definition, if you contradict yourself in any way, shape, and or form, you are an unreliable content creator.
So between those two clips, he plays this clip from my video, which I'm not going to make you sit through and listen because we're just kind of retreading old territory now. He says that, in my own words, that I said if you contradict yourself, you are no longer reliable a content creator, yet I never actually used the word contradiction or contradict ever in this video. No matter what Bethesda does, this will always be his mindset. He will defend them to the death. It doesn't matter what they do. They could kill his family in front of him, and he'd be like, you know what? They probably deserved it.
My God, what a horrible thing to say. Why are you bringing my family into this? And that is not a rhetorical question. What you just said is sick and disgusting. You said if Bethesda came to my house and murdered my family...
Wait, hold on, quick pause. I actually never said anything about them coming to your house. Continue.
I would be okay with it. I love my family and friends very much. And for you to say that I would be okay with someone murdering them is horrible. Now we can guess how he's going to respond. He's going to say it was just a joke.
Yes.
And he was just using it to get his point across. Why are you joking about someone's family being murdered?
Yeah, that's enough of hearing about how much he loves his family. We get it, dude. It was honestly a joke. Like, I know that you're trying to say, oh, I bet he's going to say that in his response. Obviously, it was a fucking joke. It's called being hyperbolic. You think of the most extreme example available to get your point across. There's nothing more to it. You're looking way too much into it.
Been so much better off saying something smart and snazzy. Like, if Todd Howard walked up to me and spit in my face, I would say, thank you, Daddy. That's smart and witty.
Oh my motherfucking God, that was so unfunny, dude. Do you think that that's witty? Todd Howard spit in my face and I said, thank you, Daddy. I don't need tips on how to be funny or witty from somebody with not a goddamn ounce of personality in your videos, dude. You have nothing. You just talk. Monotone.
Like, if Todd Howard walked up to me and spit in my face, I would say, thank you, Daddy. That's smart and witty. So this is where he made a critical error. He bought my friend King Fan Man into this video that was supposed to be about me. Now, I'm not sure if he bought him into this video because he is my friend, or if it's because King Fan Man reports positively about Fallout 76.
And I realize this video is supposed to be about FreakEasy, but I went to look at King Fan Man's stuff because he's the other guy that I know of. I'm sure there's other channels out there too, but he's the other one that I know of that's like super pro Bethesda, pro Fallout 76, and I wasn't surprised. Maybe it's right there. Maybe it's in the video you're trying to dig through so thoroughly, I maybe possibly give you the reason why.
So, since it's clear that Dashing David looks at King Fan Man's tweets, he's probably seen he has been going through some stuff lately. My question to Dashing David is, why are you kicking a man while he's down and going through such a difficult time? What is wrong with you?
Dude, what the hell is your problem, man? I did not bring King Fan Man's personal life into this, man. Why are you mentioning that in this video? This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I'm very aware of the situation, dude. I wanted his take on Fallout First because he shares a very similar opinion, like you do, for Fallout First, Fallout 76, and Bethesda. I wanted to see if he shared the same opinion as you, if he thought Fallout First was worth the money or not. And let's be completely honest here. The shit that he's going through sucks. Don't know what it's like to deal with that. But he's the one who chose to hop on Twitter in the midst of all this happening and give his hot take on Fallout First. I just put it in a video.
He Talks about how if I stop making 76 videos, my channel will die. You are correct, Dashing David. If I did stop producing 76 content, my channel would most likely die.
This part was absolutely beautiful because he admits to having the sunk cost fallacy I talk about in my video. I say that him and King Fan put so much time and effort and potentially money into playing Fallout 76 and covering it on their channels that they wouldn't dare speak out against it, right? That's why they're so hyped up on the game itself, because it's all they have. So what we have here is him confirming yet another criticism I have in my video, so you know what that means. And then he goes on to talk about how I'm the expert on switching content on my channels and seeing a dip in viewers because my Final Fantasy videos do good, but my Fallout videos are doing kind of bad, which he actually has reversed because my channel is based on Fallout. I've covered Fallout all the way up until around the end of 2018 with some other stuff in between the occasional Final Fantasy video, and it wasn't until here, the beginning of 2019, that I started doing strictly Final Fantasy VII Remake videos. So your whole point is actually wrong. So what you're actually witnessing there, FreakEasy, is somebody switching up their content to an entirely different game and still getting good views.
This game is so dead and it's truly dying. Like you say, why have you been reporting on it day after day for nearly a week? The answer is because you want that YouTube and Fallout drama money.
Dude, I don't know what kind of money you think I'm making off of videos with a couple hundred views, because it's not much. We're talking change. And this is something you see a lot when you talk negative about Fallout 76. Everybody who's a Bethesda defender, Bethesda apologist, Bugthestard, if I can use that word again, will tell you that you're hopping on the hate bandwagon. Now, obviously, we know he did not do his research because he thinks I'm a Final Fantasy VII Remake channel only and that I just now started uploading Fallout content, which is obviously not the case. I've been here, dude. I've been here since 2015, since before the launch of Fallout 4. I talked about Fallout 76 when it got teased early 2018 and all the way up until launch, and then eventually a little bit after that I stopped talking about the game and started making the content that I make now about it because I do not support this game or Bethesda. If you're going to take like 5 to 6 days to reply and make this long of a video, maybe, and here's just a little tip for you, do your goddamn research first. What Bethesda is doing with Fallout 76 is what's wrong with gaming now, where they try to monetize the absolute hell out of a game and give you an unfinished product.
He says the problem with the gaming industry now is that companies want to release an unfinished product and monetize the game and do nothing innovative.
At what point through that segment that you played for my video did I say the word innovative? And normally I wouldn't address this because it's not something I even touched on in my video, but he goes on for about 3 minutes about this whole innovation segment, bringing in some other dude's video that's like a gun channel about innovation and this, that, or the other, and it's like, the whole segment was irrelevant because I'd never said the word innovation. And not even just in the part he played. The entire video I did on FreakEasy, the word innovative, innovation, or any other variants is not in the video. So I don't know where that came from. And that's pretty much his entire video. The last couple of minutes are spent with him repeating himself where he talks about, do I not have the right to post on the platform? You said this was a public forum. Can I not have my opinion and post my video? That shit was ridiculous, and I'm leaving it in the video. Which, of course, in my video, I never said you weren't allowed to post videos. I just said we don't need anybody talking about private servers being a good thing, because they're clearly not. And then he also ends the video by repeating himself yet again by me stumbling over my outro, or what he thinks is me stumbling over my outro, which we're not going to replay again because we already talked about it. I have never been more glad to be done making a video. So much of that was filler. I don't know how the absolute hell he made a 50-minute video out of that, but holy shit, he did it. Anyways, the video is so much longer than I want it to be, so we're just going to wrap it up. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to stay up to date with more. I'm stuttering. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @TheDashingDavid. And my Discord links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Fuck you, FreakEasy. Later, guys.
To answer his question, am I stupid? Yes, I am. Because if you remember earlier in this video, I said I looked up to him at one point.
Got him!
Give me forever for a while, quit acting